Thanks for joining me on another episode of the Yerba Power podcast, where I have something new from Yerba Crew, another Yerba review. After 15 years, Jason has finally launched his own yerba mate. I'm very proud of him, very happy for him. I know myself too, after drinking so many different brands, it's cool to have your own brand. That's got to be something pretty exciting, and it's a very interesting. So put this is that a lot of the sources, it's hard to get yerba mate from Argentina sourced here in the U.S. And he's managed to get some from Corrientes, which, if you're not familiar with the provinces of Argentina, it's the province right next to Misiones, where a lot of the yerba is grown. And yerba is also grown in Corrientes as well. Corrientes is southwest of Misiones. Corrientes is also the capital of that same province. So the city is the same name of the province itself. I'll go into the review in a little bit, but I want to say before getting started that if you haven't heard episode 5, Jason, the owner of Yerba Crew, really helped me build this podcast out a lot, and he was very encouraging. So I just want to give him a shout out there. And if you haven't heard that episode, I'd go back and listen to that. It was one of the very beginning, but a lot of good golden nuggets there. And having known Jason now for a couple years, I guess, since this has started, I want to give you an honest review as well. And so I'm just putting a disclaimer in there because although working and partnering with different yerba mate companies, I want to be integrity in giving reviews. But I just want you to know that the review is my opinion as Devin. So you might have a different review, might have a different opinion, and that's okay. I'm just giving you what I thought about the yerba. But with that being said, let's start with the packaging itself. So the cool thing about this was that if you haven't been following around his stories, the designs on it were hand-drawn by Romy. You can check out Romy's designs at Roro Illustrates on Instagram. She hand-drew the mate gourd that's on here. The mate leaves are at the top of the packaging. The Liberty Bell, the sun, they're on the front. I guess that's most of the designs that are on here. The Yerba Crew logo, I'm not sure if she did that or not, but that's on the back. And it gives an explanation of the Corrientes yerba. So harvested in a 4th generation farm in Corrientes, a traditional blend, loose leaves, stems, with a description would be a smooth, balanced flavor with every sip, staying true to authentic yerba mate experience passed down for generations. And their motto is Drink to Connect. Based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Yerba Crew embraces yerba mate's ability to connect to people, themselves, each other, and a tradition spanning generations. They have a little QR code here on watching some of the videos, getting more info, and just some basic ingredients. Yerba mate contains caffeine. Other than that, no other info is given on the packaging. I could confirm with Jason, or you guys can reach out to him about any other details, but that's all I got to go off of. And it is 1 pound package, which is 454 grams, so just 6 grams shy of half kilo. And so I first took this to my run group to show them what yerba mate looks like and smells like, because I was doing a presentation, and let them check it out. It is a thicker cut with bigger sticks and stems that I've noticed, but I would say it's a user-friendly yerba. And I shared it, so when I shared it with the run group, when I go to on Fridays, and they really like the smell. And they had, as far as I know, not ever seen yerba mate as a loose leaf before. I think a couple of them had heard of yerba mate, but I don't know if they've ever seen it the traditional way. To me, it has a nice woodsy grass smell, and it really wakes up your senses. And when I tried it 2 or 3 times, to me, it's a pretty even strength and bitterness. I gave it 2 out of 5 gourds, but my wife had a different opinion, which I'll get into here in a second. It was smooth and consistent for the first 4 pours or more. The flavor is more on the front end, and I had, like, some romance, it's another yerba brand, to kinda calibrate against, to help me rate the strength and bitterness, which are both on the lighter end of the spectrum for me. The body of the yerba is lighter but denser. And I think it's a great pick for taking to a park or sharing with a friend for one of their first tries of yerba mate. Which, knowing Jason and his brand, is exactly why he picked this yerba. And my wife tried it after I prepared it in the morning, and she said it had a strong kick, and compared it to the taste that's very similar to Nobleza Gaucho, but with an organic taste. To me, I picked up like some light citrus notes. I'm not a super connoisseur, but I have been trying to give you better descriptions in the palettes and the notes and the flavors. I think at the time of this recording, you can get 1 pound for $8.99, which is a couple grams less than a half kilo, which is given about, $10 or so, normal pricing, so $8.99, so fair price there. It also has a whole starter kit that they offer, which is a mate. It's a stainless steel mate with yerba and a bombilla for $32.99. Or if you want to get one of the fancier gourds, a little bit more. And also, if you want to just try like a small sample for yourself, you can grab one of the mate go bags that they have for $2.99. There are 3-ounce bags that will fill about 2 to 3 gourds. And I have a couple of these bags. I had 3, and I gave one of those bags to a coworker that I've been, kind of, let's say, converting over to yerba mate. He's from a coffee drinking country, and I introduced him to yerba mate. He'd said heard of it from like an Argentine friend, and I got him to try some, and he really likes it. So I gave him one of these bags as like a gift to get him started on his own. And since he's drank some with work with me, so I guess just as a something idea, I thought would be good. Those little bags, not only for trying it for yourself, but maybe to get someone else interested. Something you could share, or maybe just a small stocking stuffer for one of your matero friends. So, good price point, and that would be my recommendation. If you want to just try it, check it out. You can get you a starter kit, or maybe just try one of the little go bags. Overall, I think it's a good yerba, and I think it's a good thing to try out for yourself, and let me know what you think. If you would like to try Yerba Crew's new yerba mate for yourself, I have a 20% discount code for all listeners of the podcast with using code POWERPOD20 at yerbacrew.com. Each customer can only use this discount code once. Again, that's a 20% discount of your order at yerbacrew.com with discount code POWERPOD20, POWERPOD 20. Use that at checkout for 20% off. If you would like me to try any other different yerbas, feel free to send me a message on Instagram and share this with some friends to get the word out there about yerba mate. Trying to share the power of yerba mate with the world. We all do that one person at a time. Hope you get a chance to try this yerba and enjoy. Until next time.